My son hasn't taken off his coat in 3 months. I now know the horrifying reason. The first time I saw Melvin in that giant black coat, I thought it was a joke. It looked like it was 2 sizes too big and smelled like rotting meat. But he didn't care. He wore it to school, wore it to bed, and even in the shower. I tried to pull it off once, and he screamed like I was peeling his skin off. My wife Judith told me not to push him, but something about it wasn't right. The next day at dinner, he reeked of sweat and something sharp, almost metallic. His hair looked like it was thinning, and his fingernails were super yellow and thick, almost like claws. Judith told me it was just puberty, but he was only 9 years old. Something wasn't adding up. After a week, his school called me and said Melvin's coat was distracting. They said multiple kids reported the coat moving and growling. But when the principal tried to take it off, he bit her hard. That was the final straw. That night when he was sleeping, Judith and I tried our best to take it off. She brought some scissors, and I brought some rope, but the second I touched the coat, his eyes snapped open, and they looked completely black. He started growling, and threw me off like I weighed nothing. Judith tried to grab his arm, but he bit her. We didn't know what to do, so we locked him in his room, and called every psychiatrist in the state, but every single person we called said they were too busy. That night at exactly 3 a.m., I heard noise coming from the backyard. I thought it was a wolf or something, so I got up, went outside to check, and instead of a wolf or a coyote, it was my son digging in the ground. He had 3 raw steaks on a plate next to him. I ran down as fast as I could and put him back in bed, but the next morning, all 3 steaks were gone, and the hole was even deep. Now I was seriously worried. I decided to lock him in his room, and made him skip school. 2 days later, I found a dead possum on the porch. Its head was twisted off, and when I went to give my son breakfast, I saw fresh blood on his sleeves. At this point, I'd had enough, and decided to call 911, but Judith stopped me, said it was just a coincidence. I wasn't sure anymore. That weekend, Judith went into his room to talk to him, but she never came back out. When I burst in, she was sitting in the corner, wearing the coat, just smiling. Melvin was on the floor, his eyes closed, humming. Then I saw a pile of human teeth on his nightstand. I tried to drag her out, screaming, but all she did was whisper, "It wants me now." She hasn't taken it off since. She cooks breakfast wearing it, gardens wearing it, and even sleeps in bed with me wearing it. Last night I was cleaning the garage, and found another similar coat. It was somehow folded neatly under a pile of trash, with my name stitched into the tag. I threw it in the trash can, trying my best to ignore it. But this morning, I woke up wearing it. The problem is, I didn't put it on. Now I'm sitting on the front porch. My fingernails are starting to yellow, and something's growing under my skin. I just saw another coat delivered to our neighbor's door. It had their daughter's name stitched into the tag, and she's already wearing it.